Less than 2 hours from Sevilla and Malaga in the heart of Andalusia, Cordoba is often a quick stop for travelers, overshadowed by the allure of Granada. But those who rush past are missing one of Spain's most mesmerizing cities. Heavily influenced by the Moors who arrived from northern Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, Cordoba became the capital and cultural heart of Al-Andalus. Today, it's home to one of Spain's most visited landmarks, vibrant patios that burst into color each spring, and a unique culinary scene. This week, I'm taking you with me to explore what has become one of my favorite Spanish cities, from its top sights to its fascinating history and delicious food. This video will help you plan the perfect trip to Cordoba.
Holy moly, this Airbnb is so cute and nice and brand new. I'm right in the heart of the center of town. I will have links if you were interested in booking. It was a little hectic getting here, I'm not gonna lie. The roads are extremely narrow and it feels like cars shouldn't be on them at all. I'm already in love with Cordoba though. It's absolutely stunning and so different from any of the other places I've been in Spain. I'm hungry. It's almost 3 o'clock, which in Spain time is tiempo de comida. So I came to this really cute spot called La Montaña. It is filled with locals right now. I'm pretty sure I'm the only tourist here. They have traditional Spanish tapas, particularly a lot of cuisine from Cordoba, which they have like their own unique dishes. Salmorejo is probably the most famous. It's a cold tomato soup mixed with garlic and bread, olive oil, sometimes sherry, and it is so delicious. It's very typical all across Spain in summertime as like a first starter dish or just when you need to cool off because it gets very, very, very hot here in summer. But I am trying something called mazamorra, which is a creamy cold almond soup, and this one has mango drizzled on top as well as smoked tuna. It's like really unique. I don't think I've ever had anything like it. It's super thick, really rich, delicious. The tuna on top is awesome. I also got salmonitos, which are like these little, kind of like orange fish, the size of a sardine that they fry whole. I've never had these before. I'm really like branching out of my comfort zone of Spanish food, which is so fun. I do see some spines or bones in there, which is not surprising, but I'm hoping it's like sardines where you can just eat it. No, I was doing it all wrong, so I had to have the waiter do it for me. You cut it down the center, pull up the spine. It makes a lot more sense when you see him do it. But it's so good. I came to Cordoba's main plaza, which is called Plaza Corredera. It's huge. Very beautiful, lots of shops and restaurants on the bottom floor, all these little outdoor dining areas. I think there's hotel rooms above. So the plazas in Spain are historically the main meeting places. They used to do executions here. They would have had town hall meetings, the markets. It would have been like the hub for everything. So I always love to seek out the plazas in any of the towns that we're visiting because they're normally very historic, very beautiful, and a great spot for some coffee or to grab a drink. Just around the corner from here is the start of the UNESCO World Heritage Site in the historic area of Cordoba. So this is where tourists will spend most of their time. There is a Roman temple from a long time ago that you can go visit. Unfortunately, right now, they are doing some construction on it, so you can't go up to it, but it is so cool to see the influence from all these different cultures and to think about how long this city has been here. It's mind-blowing to me.
Cordoba, Spain was founded by the Romans in 152 BC and became a major city of Hispania. After the fall of the Roman Empire, the Visigoths ruled until 711 AD when the Moors took over. Cordoba became the capital of Al-Andalus, serving as a center for learning. It was home to Europe's largest library and was extremely advanced in science, medicine, and philosophy. Unlike much of the rest of medieval Europe, Cordoba had innovations like paved streets, running water, and street lights, which is impressive considering it was one of the world's largest cities, having nearly 500,000 residents in the 10th century. Roughly 200,000 more than it has today.
I'm taking an evening paseo on the historic bridge. There's a park that runs along the river, which is a great spot for it has a playground, there's all these people walking their dogs. And even on the Roman bridge, I kind of thought it was gonna be a very touristy area, but it's packed with locals just going for like a lovely walk right at sunset. I'm really digging the vibe here. There's a lot of really cool tourist sites to see in Cordoba, but by far the most popular is La Mezquita. This is a mosque that dates back to when the Moors ruled this area of the Iberian Peninsula. I got to experience a little bit of the history last year in the Fiestas in Corredera. If you haven't seen that, I'll have a link for the video up here. And I'm so excited to get to go inside my first mosque. This is supposed to be one of the prettiest buildings.
La Mezquita Catedral de Cordoba is Spain's third most visited site, attracting over 2 million visitors annually. Built in 785 AD by Abd al-Rahman, the first Umayyad ruler, it predates the Alhambra by 600 years and served as Cordoba's grand mosque during the city's golden age. From the outside, La Mezquita seems unassuming, but once you step inside, you're met with the most breathtaking view of over 850 red and white striped arches, inspired by Roman and Visigothic architecture. Combined, they create a mesmerizing forest of columns and is truly one of the most stunning places I've ever visited. Designed to accommodate 40,000 worshippers, it was a reflection of Cordoba's majority Muslim population at the time, and today it remains one of the largest mosques in the world. Most mosques were destroyed across Andalusia after the Christian reconquest in the 13th century. But thankfully, King Ferdinand III chose to preserve La Mezquita's architectural beauty rather than destroy it, and instead he built a cathedral within its walls. This blending of Islamic and Christian influences makes this one of the most unique religious monuments in the world.
Wow, 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 that was probably one of the prettiest places I think I've ever visited. I said that when I went to the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, but honestly this rivals it. And it's just so different. I love the architecture here. This is definitely a site you have to visit if you're doing a southern Spain road trip. Our tour guide was an English speaker. He spoke fantastic English. And I'm really glad that I did the first tour because the line is getting bigger and bigger and there's more and more crowds here. I will have a link for the tour we booked with GetYourGuide here. If you haven't heard of GetYourGuide, they are an online booking platform that allows you to choose from the most amazing travel experiences. They have over 110,000 different opportunities in 150 different countries. Everything you're going to see me do in this video and more in Spain has been booked with GetYourGuide. They're our go-to resource to find unique, curated travel experiences. We've done everything from cooking classes, history walking tours, hot air ballooning, and even extreme activities. They offer 24-hour cancellations before the experience, and their online app makes it super easy to check in. If you're going on a trip and you want to have an unforgettable experience, make sure to check out GetYourGuide. I promise you'll find something fun to do to make your next travel experience more memorable. I'm gonna have links for everything you see in this video below.
After the tour, I walked through the Jewish Quarter, one of the oldest areas of Cordoba and once the neighborhood for Sephardic Jews. While it's best known now for its narrow, whitewashed streets, charming artisan shops, and intricately decorated patios, it has a rich history and is home to one of 3 medieval synagogues still standing in Spain.
I'm doing the Southern Spain road trip in middle to late November, and honestly, I think it is the perfect timing. You should not visit Cordoba in the summertime. It gets extremely hot here. I think this summer it reached as high as 50 degrees Celsius, which is absolutely insane. People are barely surviving in the summertime here, so spring and fall are definitely the times to come if you want to explore this beautiful city, and make sure you give yourself enough time. I think a lot of people come here like on a day trip, but the city deserves so much more than just one day. I only have 3 days here and I already feel like I'm running out of time. So I think 3 to 4 days would be perfect to just truly take in the city and visit all 4 of the UNESCO World Heritage areas.
Cordoba is the only city in the globe to have 4 UNESCO World Heritage sites, one of which is the Fiesta de Patios, which happens every May. These patios, a tradition from Roman and Moorish times, celebrate Cordoba's history and is one of Spain's most beautiful festivals to partake in.
The neighborhood known for decorating the patios have several that you can come to year-round, but bring some euros, like the coins, because it is a donation and it is obligatory if you want to enter. It's not just if you're going to take pictures or anything like that. If you enter, you pay. I had someone get mad at me about that. The neighborhood itself is just beautiful, well worth visiting. There's lots of restaurants and really cute outdoor patios. And I love all of the oranges everywhere. They're very bitter. You don't want to eat them, so don't pick one off the tree. A lot of people think the citrus is just for show. Andalusian oranges are very functional. The government actually harvests them every January to February, and they sell them largely to Great Britain. But the Queen used to favor the oranges from this region. For lunch today, I came to a spot
spot called Bodegas Mezquita. They have several locations across Cordoba. This one was right in the heart of the Jewish quarter, so it was very convenient for my exploring today. I ended up choosing the Menu del Dia, which is a very special menu that they offer across the country only during the weeks. It has a fixed price, typically anywhere from like 12 to 20 euros. And you get a first, second course, dessert, and a drink of your choice, which can be wine or beer if you'd like. Normally, it's like whatever they have on hand. Obviously, here, since they specialize in Cordoban dishes, I'm getting some traditional like tapas or main course items. To start, I got berenjenas, which are eggplant. They deep fry them and they put a sweet sauce, typically honey and like sesame seeds on top. For my second course, I got an Iberian pork cheek with a wine that's made from this region. And then for dessert, I ended up just getting orange slices. They put cinnamon and some honey, some brown sugar on top. I love that they serve fruit as their desserts. The meat looks so good. There's a lot of things that are similar that you can find in many different places across the country, but there's a lot of things that are so unique to Cordoba. I still have a long list of other items I need to try while I'm eating here. If you want to find out my recommendations for the places to eat and the things that you shouldn't miss that are traditional for this area, I'll have a blog post for you to check out. Lunch was fantastic. I made it back to the Airbnb. This is normally like siesta time. So from like 4 p.m. to 7:30, 8-ish, most of the stores and restaurants will shut down and then they reopen. So this is kind of like a good time to go back to your hotel, relax, take a siesta yourself. But I did want to try the pastel cordobés, which is a special pastry from Cordoba. They use a white pumpkin, I guess, that's grown in this region. They make a puree out of it and then they put powdered sugar and cinnamon on top. It's just like light puff pastry. Oh my God. Whoa. They must add a lot of sugar to it because it's really sweet. This is really good. Buenos dias. It is a new day in Cordoba, and I'm so excited for what I have planned today. I'm going to be going to a hammam. The rulers, when they were here, installed Arab baths. So if you go to the Alcazar, you can actually see the historic baths here. They don't have those exact same baths anymore. Obviously, they're like ancient, but they have kept the tradition going. And there's several hammams you can visit. The most famous ones are in Granada, but they do have one here. So I'm going to be going to Hammam al Andalus. We've booked a 70-minute soak with a 15-minute massage, and I'm so excited. I'm unsure as to how much I'm actually going to be able to show you. I think there's probably a no recording rule in there. It is a public bath for both men and women. Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. If there's one thing outside of the Mezquita you do, it should be that. It was such a relaxing experience and it is absolutely beautiful inside. There was 3 pools that you could kind of move between. They had lockers for me to put my things in it. They provided towels and they also have showers, even a blow dryer and hair straightener for after. So if you just want to freshen up and continue exploring, it's like a super comfortable place to do it. Now I'm going to go to the Alcazar. This is the Christian palace that was built here after the Christians took back over. It was built in 1328 by King Alfonso XI of Castile on top of a former Moorish fortress. Since there was no audio guide or plaques to really tell the history, I kind of just thought I was walking through a beautiful old palace. But I later learned that this home served as the royal residence of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, who planned Columbus's voyage to the New World here in the late 15th century. Today, it's known for its Moorish-style gardens, Roman mosaics, and it's a beautiful spot to get a view of the city. Be my last meal in Cordoba, so I'm trying to get all of the things that I haven't ordered yet, although I'll never be able to eat all of the local specialties. Today I came to the San Basilio neighborhood, which is next to the Alcazar. This is a super traditional little spot. They have pictures of like all the toreadors next to the Alcazar. They have a really cool equestrian flamenco show that they do now. So if you're into that, I highly recommend it. My sister went to it when she visited and she said it was awesome. Her kids particularly loved it. I'm not going to be doing that this trip, but today I ordered flamenquin, which is pork loin wrapped in jamon, and they deep fry it. It's this like long roll. I also got chorizo de Venoa, which is venison-made chorizo. I'm obsessed with chorizo and get it every chance I get. I don't think that's typical of here, but I'm very excited about it. Why is it so good? Why is it so good? It's kind of like a schnitzel with the breaded. I don't know if there's cheese also inside or if it's just pork on pork on pork and then deep fried.
but it's very tasty.
Hopefully you've seen that Cordoba is far from a pass-through city. It has so much to offer visitors and loads more to discover here. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below and watch this video next to explore another magical destination.